Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Pwny, and in this video, we're going to be going over the audible glitch. This is going to be a glitch that is going to take your offenses, and depending on the kind of offenses that you guys are in, and it's pretty much going to make them 10 times better, or just a little bit harder or a little bit crazier to stop. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, and hit that noti bell so you guys never miss an upload. And if you guys got nothing to say down in the comment section, just comment FTA. It stands for the algorithm, and it helps push these videos to more and more people. So the more people we reach, the more people will understand the way some glitches work in Madden. And who knows, you guys, we might find some gems out there in the community that just know how to lab like no other. Now, the glitch that we're talking about today is the quad audible glitch. Now, what the quad audible glitch is when you're audibling from a quad formation into a trips formation, you then can motion over one of the receivers to turn any trips formation into a quad formation. So some of the quad formations that I have in my current playbook are empty bunch quads. Some of them say quads, but some of them will be disguised sort of like a halfback strong kind of formation. So the halfback will end up being on the trip side, a strong side of the trip side. So kind of like this formation here, we have it's called trio halfback weak. So now instead the tight end side would be considered the strong side, but the halfback is on the left side where the 3 wide receivers are, making it halfback weak. So you can do it with this formation as well. And now, after you find your quad formation, you're going to want to go ahead and audible into some kind of a trips formation. So currently right now, we got bunch tight end, which is a trips formation. We have the trio on the left side there. Then you got trips tight end, same thing. They're a little bit more spaced out, but you have the trio on that left side. So you can take that tight end on that right side and motion them over to the left side. Anything else that's in this playbook, I pretty much don't think that there is anything else except for out of pistol. There is a very, very glitchy audible from a trips from pistol, from one of the quad formations over to trips. And you can actually create some glitchy offenses coming out of this. Now, I say that because certain quad formations will result in certain kind of audibles to be changed. Certain substitutions will cause certain audibles to work differently, or the motion to work a little bit differently. So you guys have to be cautious of this. So I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite ones that I currently run in the game, and it's turned my offense into a split close kind of offense, which is something that is very, very cool, very, very interesting, and it's very, very difficult to actually stop. So I'm audibling from the empty quad formation into bunch tight end, because bunch tight end, and it actually is my playbook. It's my formation. I'm currently in the Seattle Seahawks playbook, for those of you guys who are wondering, and I can audible into whips over here. So again, we're going from quad into bunch tight end. Then I can take my tight end and I can motion him over to the left here. And instead of going over to the left side to the 4 wide receivers, now we have the tight end who is now turn this into a split kind of formation. So even if you audible into something else, yes, he's gonna run right back, but it doesn't change the way that you can actually motion him straight back. So now this RPO alert bubble now turns into a play that ends up taking the ball out of the quarterback's hand for some reason. That's the first time I've ever seen that. But if you guys want to have some kind of a run scheme out of it, by the way, that's a clear sign that this is a glitch and it's not supposed to be in the game. But again, if you guys are calling halfback off tackle, which is usually what I have as the audible in this formation, as you can see, the blocking just seems to be somewhat better when it comes to that bunch tight end for some reason. Don't know why, but it turns it into a split formation with a trio on that left side. Now, I'm going to show you guys the same thing, the same audible into bunch tight end, but I'm going to show it to you guys out of the trio halfback weak, just to show you guys the difference in audibling from a different formation into the bunch tight end. So we're now in the trio halfback weak, and we're going to audible into bunch tight end, and we're going to call whips just cause. And now you'll notice that we're going to audible the tight end over, and instead of going to be a halfback, he's going all the way out, turning the bunch tight end side into a trip side. So this is essentially a quad wide receiver formation with the running back on what was the strong side of the field, which makes offense very, very hard to stop, especially when you have the double whips. because it's just going to make it so that you can create an amazing amount of spacing. No one is going to take all the receivers that are on the right side and fully commit them to the straight left side. So any flood concept that you end up making is going to damage your opponent a lot, especially adding the potential chance of actually running the ball. So now if we run the ball with the RPO, well, usually in bunch tight end, we have the halfback off tackle. So as you can see, we have the RPO here, and this is going to make it so that you have an extra blocker for the RPO. So just making bunch tight end even glitchier, and this is going to work very well against those people that run 3-4 odd and they're blitzing heavy, 4-3-6-1 and they're blitzing heavy. So now you can make crazy run schemes, you can make a crazy passing scheme. And now there's one audible that I wasn't going to go over in this video, but I figured why not? Why not? Why not? So we're going to go and showcase an audible from the trio halfback week. Well, I don't remember if it's trio halfback week or something else, but if you audible and you do this trick out of the pistol trips, you're going to motion that tight end over. Okay. So this isn't where it gets glitchy. Even though this is glitchy, this isn't where it gets fully glitchy. So you can actually motion hike a lot of these plays, right? But that's not where this gets super glitchy when it comes to the blocking. Obviously, you're going to have an amazing amount of blocking if you're running this play, and your opponent's going to be very frustrated. Now, the empty quads audible down to this glitch is probably one of the most effective. Now, the reason why I say that, I'm not going to go over every single play here, but I am going to go over the audible. If you audible into the pistol trips, it does, and I don't think it matters which kind of pistol trips, but if you audible from an empty quad set to the pistol trips, you can motion the tight end, and instead of going down over to the left side, now he becomes sort of like in a fullback spot, and this is where I think this is a glitch. Again, this formation shouldn't exist. If he turns into somewhat of a diamond formation, then maybe, but this formation specifically, I don't know what to call it. Halfback inside the tight end doubling, tight end double trips, pistol weak formation. I don't know, but what this does, it kind of turns this into a play where the tight end, if obviously the handoff has to be correct, but it turns it into a play where the tight end can double as a massive blocker for those of you guys who are into the run game. So the reason why the tight end is kind of being jammed up is because of this defender right here, and he's looking to block him. If that defender wasn't there, he's running up to the closest defender that doesn't have somebody blocking. And as you can see, look at how much spacing you have on this play. So I'm going to go ahead and call it one more time, and that's how we're going to end off the video. Probably going to end up being one of my favorite run plays in the game, one of my favorite audibles, and one of the reasons for it as well. It's not just that we're creating a very glitchy concept, but the fact that we have a tight end coming across from, look at the formation. Everything is on the right side right now. So when we audible into the pistol trips, everybody goes towards the left, which means that the defense is going to have to adjust for everything that you're doing, all audibling from that side. So that's just going to make it so that your opponent has a much harder time guarding anything. And as you can see, that tight end ends up picking up the guy that would end up pretty much coming in free from that right side, just to showcase it real quick. So the tight end ends up darting straight towards the guy that would have gotten in pretty much as a free release that would have tackled the running back. And all of a sudden, look at how much space we have here, and look at the decent blocking. You make one cut at the proper time, and you end up pretty much having one of the most explosive run games in Madden. And this is going to make it so offense is just a little bit easier. So hopefully EA does a little bit something to, counteract this a little bit, maybe make defense a little bit easier, just anything. I did mention maybe adding custom stems to zones, but that's something that will maybe not, we might not ever see that in the future, but if they do, hopefully they pay me for that idea, because I feel like that's an amazing one. But again, offense is now easier because we're finding more and more ways to be explosive and very unique on the offensive side. So hopefully you guys add something like this into your playbook. This was the Seattle playbook. So this is my current scheme right now. I'm trying to hit people with the Seattle tour, and I've never even been there. My name is Pwny Montana. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys appreciate this tip. This is definitely one that will make Madden a little bit more fun for you guys. So add it to your scheme. I'd love to see it on your field. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, man. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.